Hey guys, I'm Ariana Elizabeth, and today I'm going to talk to you about 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. So I've had quite a few requests from my friends to do a review on the series 50 Shades by E.L. James. So it starts with 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed. Clearly, I have some perverted friends. And to celebrate the occasion, I've even brought along some props. Don't ask me where I got these, I really don't want to have to tell you guys. Now this was a series I read a few years ago, and I'll admit I did get swept up in all the hype at the time. I think I read the first book in like 2 days, and hot and steamy. For those of you who have not read 50 Shades of Grey, or don't know what it's about, it is about a mousy little literature student named Anastasia Steele. And she has to interview Christian Grey, a CEO and hotshot, for her friend who is sick at the time. And their meeting sort of spirals into this stalker, not stalker, sort of romance thing that they have between them. And he wants her, and he pushes her away, and she wants him desperately. It's one of those. So innocent little Anna soon gets swept up into everything that's Christian Grey, and soon discovers that he has a much darker side, and has very singular erotic bedroom habits. So this first book sort of goes through the ups and downs, no pun intended, of Anna's relationship with Christian, as she has her sort of internal battle whether or not she can do the sort of things that he's asking her to do, and whether or not she can find a place in his world. Basically, it's just 385 pages of porn. The other 2 books, also porn. This is also a good time to admit that I never actually finished the series. I stopped a quarter way through the 3rd one. I got bored. Sorry guys. But I don't want this review just to be another hate video like all the others that are out there. Honestly, looking it up, I had a really hard time finding anything but negative reviews on the internet. And while there were aspects of the series that I didn't like, I can't say that I hated it. At all. I kind of liked it. So I'm going to try my best to look at both sides today so that we can get sort of a feeling for both. And I'm going to start with the cons so that we can end on a positive note. Yay! Con number 1. As I just mentioned, the series got boring. I just don't think there was enough storyline between all the sex to keep things interesting for me. Before doing this review, I actually tried to reread the first book last weekend. Sadly, I failed. I really tried, you guys. I really did. For you, I tried. And I couldn't do it. B-O-R-I-N-G. Boring. And I really think it's just the kind of book you can only read once. Con number 2. The amount of criticism that this book gets about being too close to Twilight is just ridiculous. It's stupid. Hey you guys, that's exactly what this is. She originally wrote it as Twilight porn fanfiction. That's why your characters are so similar. It's the same! Oh, nobody knew! Crazy. So yeah, pretty sure she started writing this as a raunchy porn for Twilight fans. Con number 3. She soaps up his member in the bathtub scene at the beginning of the first book. And then she goes down on him. What? That can't taste good. At all. Why would you do that? Con number 4. What were the editors thinking when they got this book? Yeah. Everyone can criticize E.L. James for having poor writing skills. But there are people whose job it is to proofread, and to fix all of these problems. What were they doing? Clearly not fixing the problems. If you can make it through this whole series, you may notice a few plot holes. Or the fact that, like, most of the time I just wanted to chuck the book across the room. I also really considered grabbing a red pen and just sort of underlining all the mistakes and handing it back to the editors. Con number 5. The writing is really bad. And I'm not a mean person. I feel bad saying that her writing is so bad. But it is. The repetition of words in close proximity to each other drove me crazy. Like, yes, I know that the building is made of sandstone. You just told me 6 times. It's made of sandstone. I get it. Then there's the fact that every orgasm this girl has is described with the same 10 words. Yeah. And spoiler alert, there's a lot of orgasms, guys. Con number 6. This book is almost too dirty. Alright guys, so I think 6 cons is probably a good place to stop. I could probably go on, but I won't. On to the good news. Pro number 1! You have to give E.L. James and this book some props, guys. Whether it's negative reviews or positive, people are talking about this book. Word of mouth is seriously crazy. Now you're making me do it too, because you all asked me to review it. So now my opinion is out there. It's become the sensation that it is because of all of you out there. You guys. Pro number 2. I think that one of the elements that made this series so popular was the idea of the fantasy of it all. The idea of a handsome, rich guy swooping down, sweeping the little brown-haired mousy girl off her feet. Yeah, not gonna lie. Sounds pretty awesome. I'd probably go for it. So in comes this incredibly handsome rich guy. He spoils her, he ravishes her. Sounds pretty appealing to most women. And if you say it isn't, you're just lying to yourself. Everyone out there has felt inadequate at some point. You can't say that a sex god coming in and sweeping the little girl next door off her feet doesn't kind of make your heart flutter. Gives you a little bit of hope in there. A few of the songs from the book I actually looked up and really enjoyed. Spem In Alium. Oh my god, guys. If you haven't heard that song yet, I'm going to link it below. And you need to go right after this video and listen to it. Because, oh my god, it's beautiful and haunting. And while not something I would listen to on a regular basis, definitely worth throwing on now and then. If you can get through the whole song without thinking of Anna being beaten to it sexually, congratulations. And actually, this scene brings up another good point that I have, and that's the contrast between the song and the setting in the book. Props to E.L. James for coming up with that. After listening to the song, it really gave me a deeper appreciation for that scene. Here you have this incredibly taboo sex scene, and you've gone and thrown in this beautiful choir song. And it's just not a song you would normally associate with that kind of thing. But she made it work. And I have to say, it's probably my favorite part of the whole book. My favorite scene in the series is the scene where he plays that song and then beats the crap out of her. But in a nice way. Sexually. He enjoyed it. Pro number 4. Inevitably, now it's time to get down and dirty. So I can totally see why this book would amp up your sex life. Looking for something new to try can be kind of difficult. Subscribe to Cosmo. Cosmo. And now you can do it without getting a virus on your computer. Yay! And half the time, you're already in bed when you're reading it, so that's a bonus. Then there's the simple fact that the book just makes you horny. And not only that, but this book really appeals to sort of middle-aged women who have forgotten what it's like to be in the moment of your first love, or first discovering yourself, or the first time you have sex. And a lot of what they like about this book is getting to re-explore that. It helps them remember what it was like at the time for them. And I've heard it straight from a lot of their mouths that's a legitimate point right there. Pro number 5. Flawed characters work. And I think E.L. James did a pretty good job writing Christian Grey's character. Christian has a dark past. And it makes us love him even more. She's given you this really mysterious, rich, handsome male character and made him dark. And why does he like to dominate women? And boom, she gives him a background and explains why he is the way he is. And I think that was awesome of her to do that because it makes us like him so much more. Pro number 6, they're making a movie. I'm excited. I will be there and I will be watching it with my popcorn. and I'm so excited. And I'll probably do another video in February to sort of do a book to movie kind of review and let you know how that went. It'll be an hour and a half of porn in the movie theater. I'm really excited. So there you go, guys. That's my spiel on 50 Shades of Grey. I didn't hate it. I liked a lot of things, but I didn't love it. But I definitely didn't hate it. And I just got bored, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But it's true. So let me know what you guys think. Yay or nay to 50 Shades of Grey? Do you like E.L. James? Would you read anything else that she puts out there? Would you go and see the movie? Are you going to go and see the movie? Are you as excited as I am about this movie? Leave me some comments. I'm so excited to hear what you guys think of this stuff. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And that's all for today. Bye, guys! To have sex for the first time. I don't know why that was so hard to say. It's made to be Twilight, like porn fiction, fan fiction porn. Fun little whip here. Some rope. So innocent little Anna quickly gets swept up into everything that's Christian, and okay, not the religion. Sad face. I-N-G-Y. I don't know why I added a Y. I was actually trying to see if there were more grammatical errors or sex scenes. That was my project. The first guy and the first sex. Well, that was stupid. I almost hit myself in the face.